Yoh and Mikuni, you guys have been really good friends to us and really big encouragement as we take this next step in our life. Maybe you guys could share us a little bit of your testimony about how you guys came to know the Lord.
Well, I'm from pastor's family, which is so rare in Japan because the Japanese Christian population is like 0.2% right now. So that's so different from your testimony, I think. So I got saved when I was 3 and got baptized when I was 9 years old and went to Bob Jones University and served at the church for 10 years in Japan, and I'm here. That's my simple, so simple life.
We're so glad you're here. We were so glad when Dr. Yo said that he was going to get married.
Yeah, we didn't think there was a chance.
Disappointing all the girls. Well, my story is total opposite. I never saw church, never met a Christian, never seen a single copy of scripture when I was in Japan, until I was 15 when the Lord providentially moved me to Guam and attend Harvest Christian Academy, and this is where I heard the gospel for the first time. There was a Hawaiian Japanese in the class, and he was a young Christian at that time. He had been saved for a year, and he shared the gospel with me and told me that I'm a sinner and that I need to be saved, and that's the first time, and that was awakening, and I contemplated my own life, purpose of life. I really was purposeless, didn't have any purpose, no joy. So that really got me thinking, and eventually the Lord worked in my heart to bring me to salvation. So.
Yeah, the story's been incredible, even watching you at Harvest and growing here. And really, you've been the example of what Harvest Ministries has been about, because you got saved and grown, and now you're ministering here. You guys have given us lots of really good advice about going over to Japan. Would you mind sharing, one or two things of why has it been so hard for the gospel to flourish in Japan? What would be your thoughts?
There are a few factors, things. One is peer pressure. Japan is very old, traditional country. People are Thai. Everyone would say, well, I'm a Buddhist, because that's a form of funeral that they will have. Virtually every family would have funeral in Buddhist form, of some Buddhist form. So to break the tie and break the tradition is a huge step for them. So from peer pressure standpoint, many more Christians get saved outside of Japan when they come to the States, homestay, and Christian home, and stuff like that. So they get saved. They have more exposure to the gospel outside of Japan, and they're more open to that option. But also, they have a lot of the Japanese people have been very religious. No, actually not religious. Superstitious. They're very superstitious. They would go to temple and make wishes. And out of tradition also, but very, very superstitious, but they're very irreligious. They have allergic reaction to any organized religion that has any form of set doctrines, because of some religious cult that made terrorist attack in Japan about 30, 40 years ago. And so there are different factors.
Yeah, I think they like to follow others, and they feel secure if they're same as others. So when they're in Japan, they're not interested in. But like, for example, if they come to Guam or other states in America, they come to church because they're cut out from the society and people there, and start thinking about things by themselves. But if they're still in Japan, they're like, they feel secure doing same thing with others.
Because they don't know that there are any, other lives other than traditional life. And so they come out, different places, they realize, oh, there are different ways of life. And, yeah.
So
That's-
as long as it's same as others, they really don't want to know anything about gospel.
That's interesting. I've heard those ideas, but not really packaged that way, and it's sobering. Maybe could you guys share one or two words of encouragement about, we know going to Japan, we know the numbers, how low of a rate it is about Christians, and really it's been cold towards the gospel for such a long time. Why is there hope for Japan? Why, as believers, can we say, God's not done with Japan and overlooked them, but there's promises?
I think there's hope because people are realizing their hopelessness in their traditional way. And their traditional way doesn't bring any security in homes and real ultimate purpose in their lives. So a lot of people are desperate of hope. And the suicidal rate is so high in Japan. So they are good in pretending that everything is okay. But in the heart of hearts, they know that they need something. 白戸陽です。
三国です。
私たちはクリスチャンです。
Visit leonards2japan.com for more information.